Here we are. It is another Thursday evening right here. Of course, at the Hungerford building down on East Main Street in Rochester, New York. And, of course, the neighborhood's buzzing tonight because Rent, the 20th anniversary, is playing right over at the Odd tonight. So lots of people all around. And what a better way to start a show off. Well, Katrina's not here. She's on her way. She's running late from court, if you can believe that. Court. Can you believe Katrina being in court? Probably not. So what we're going to do is we have Dawn. Dawn's on the line. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, how are you?
Great. And thanks for coming on so early tonight.
Oh, of course.
Get you to bed a little early, right? Anyway, why don't you tell everybody who you are?
All right, guys. My name is Dawn, and I am from Foreplay Buzz, and my company is going national. I'm originally based out of Buffalo, New York, but right now I'm getting ready to take the country over. Hometown girl, believe in Made in America. My parties are gender friendly. I do men and women's house parties, and looking for distributors in the area, in any area, who wants to make full-time money and part-time hours. So
now can a guy do this? Can a guy do this?
Absolutely. I allow men to work for me. I'm LGBTQ friendly. I do couple parties. I do men and women parties. I do absolutely. Anybody can do this.
Wow.
And the money is insane. Like, no joke. It is just, it's mind-blowing what you can make in part-time hours. I have teachers who work only summers for me. I have nurses who work 1 day a week to pay for their car payment. The nation's average is $500 for a party.
Wow.
And I pay my distributors $200 to do it.
Wow. That is insane money. That's insane money.
It is. It's insane. And you know what? If they buy the kit from me, the kit only costs 61 cents a day. 61 cents a day to own your own business.
Wow. You can't beat that.
Yeah. So it's I sell them the kit for $225, and they get $450 of the product. I ship it to them free, and then they own their own business. They are legally their own business.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. I send them training videos. I walk them through everything. They're in constant contact with me because I'm not successful if they're not successful.
Right. Right. And this is a unique, type of party, basically, right?
Oh, absolutely. All we do is entertain. It's meant to be funny, hysterical. It's a great job for anyone who has any kind of personality. If you like people, I get paid to hang out with people, and your customers become your friends.
Right.
It's honestly saved my life. I can't believe how blessed I've been with it. And I just want to pay it forward to others. And it's great for first-time moms because then you can stay home with your kids. Right. I never had to work. I never worked full-time. I haven't worked full-time since I was 20, maybe 22, 23,
wow.
Because I never had to. I had this business to carry me through.
Right.
So it's a great blessing. And if you like sex and you're sexually active and you have a good sense of humor about it, you don't mind talking about it, then that's all it is getting up there and telling your story. What works for you? Hey, because so many women have a problem achieving orgasm.
Mm-hmm. So
if you are comfortable, saying, hey, this works for me, or maybe you could try this, and you make $200 a show on average. I mean, $200 for 90 minutes. 90
minutes, you can't beat that.
Exactly.
So you'll be on your back doing that.
I'm getting a lot more, by the way, if I was on my back. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm cheap.
$200 ain't good. You're not gonna cover me for 200. It's gonna be more like 200,000.
Right.
My website is the number 4 PLAYBUZZ.com, and I'm sorry, I got to walk away from my 180-pound dog.
Yep.
ForePlayBuzz.com. And this week's Toy of the Week with Foreplay is the Benoit balls. They're really kind of interesting. They were originally developed to lift up your pelvic floor as a muscle because your Kegels have to be worked constantly. And to Kegel, you do your Kegel exercises constantly because to Kegel is to stop your pee. So if you're at a red light, a lot of women, they Kegel. Or if you're in the middle of peeing and you stop your pee, that's called a Kegel. Okay?
Okay.
It's an exercise, so they're nice and tight. It allows a woman to be tight, and it picks up their pelvic floor. So they're not going to pee themselves when they grow up. Have you ever heard a woman say, oh, my God, if I jump on a trampoline, I'll pee?
Right. Oh, yeah. I hear that all the time.
Yeah, if I sneeze, I'll pee. Well, you should not be urinating yourself, people. It's because your muscles are weak. You need to exercise them. And what Kegel balls do is you put 2 inside of you, and they can't be lost. They're weighted. And you walk around the house. I wouldn't wear them at Walmart because you could slip and kill yourself on those suckers. You don't want your kids picking out one up going, what's that?
Right.
You put 2 in and you Kegel. And to Kegel means to stop your pee, so you're actually using your muscles to hold the balls in. Well, the reason they went from medical to, sex is because women were having orgasms using these Kegel balls. Because when you're walking around, the ball hits your G-spot. Which is kind of, that's what made him sexual. I don't know if you've ever read 50 Shades of Grey where he spanks her with the Benmo balls in.
Right.
Well, that's the same concept. The balls are bouncing around inside of you to hit your G-spot. So not only are they going to get you off, but they're going to get you a great vagina. So it's going to make you nice and tight. And it's going to make you not pee yourself. It's going to lift up your pelvic floor. So there's a lot of benefits to doing a Kegel other than sexual benefits.
Wow, it makes sense. I mean, really, if you think about it, you would need to work those muscles, I would think.
Absolutely, and especially women who've had vaginal deliveries. You can't have a 10-pound person walk out of you and not have some damage. That's residual damage. You need to work on it. It's just like if you go to the gym and you work out, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? It's working your vaginal muscles. You would work that too, you would think. But women just forget to do it, or, I haven't done them in years, I hear. I'm like, what?
Right.
You need them.
Especially if it's bringing back the tightness. I mean, because, who likes shooting a hot dog down a hallway,
Exactly. So it's good for the man, too. I mean, it's wonderful for the man because it's really getting that nice tightness back, which everybody loves.
Yep.
And it's good for the woman, too, because I think that you orgasm stronger when you're nice and tight. Because, again, we don't want to be the big hallway. We want to feel you.
Right.
And if we can't feel you, the orgasms aren't going to be as intense. So I think it works well for both men and women to practice your Kegel muscles. But again, women get lazy with them, just like anything else.
Sure.
I had to go on the treadmill today. Well, that's not your vagina being worked, sweetie. You still need to work the vagina.
Right. Still need to work that.
You really do. You need to keep that nice and tight. So I tell women, put the Benwell balls in. I put them in once a day when I'm cleaning. Always an indoor activity because you don't want to wear them out in public.
Right.
But as I'm vacuuming or whatever, and you put them in for a few minutes. You only need like 10 minutes a day because it's hard to keep those suckers in.
I can imagine.
It definitely is.
Wow. And what about like cleaning all these and, keeping them all?
Oh, you could usually I wash mine with soap and water right in the faucet, like hand soap, antibacterial soap. As long as you're using something antibacterial, you're usually good. And then with toys too, most toys have toy cleaners that you could just easily spray and go, so you're not really worried about, the germs constantly or breaking your toy too, because a lot of people wash toys that aren't waterproof and they get water in the battery component, then you're screwed, and not in a good way.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So what do these run? How much do they?
They're only $24. They're cheap.
That is cheap. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're going to get all those results out of it.
A health benefit. Yeah, they're incredible. My website is the number 4 PLAYBUZZ.com. And if you have any questions, you could always find us under our hostess. I'm friends with her on Facebook. My name is Dawn Marie. You can add me. Just please don't report me. I've been reported probably as many times as she has. I don't understand people. And, I don't get why Facebook allows it. Like, it's like running to the principal. She pushed me. If you don't like it, just don't look.
Right. Well,
unfriend me, unfollow me, delete me, but don't report me. Grow the hell up.
Yeah, and take all that time just to do that.
Imagine these kids in high school. Were these the ones that were picked on who report people? Because I can't see a normal person doing that.
Right.
I've never reported a picture, even like pictures of where they show the dogs that are starving. Like, that makes me physically ill.
Right.
I've never reported the picture. I stopped following the person.
Right.
Or how about during the election? I don't care who you voted for. We all had strong feelings during the election. So if I thought somebody was stupid, I just unfollowed them. I didn't report them because they were stupid.
Exactly. And why would anyone report you? Really? You're just
filthy.
You're just providing pleasure all over the world. That's all.
What did you say? You had to use your beeper on me more than any other person in history on your show.
That is true.
Yeah, so I have to sit here and think not to swear when I'm talking to you. The whole time I'm telling myself, don't say the bad word. Don't say the bad word.
That's awesome. So they can go to your website again. What? That's
the number 4.
Number 4.
PlayBuzz, 4playbuzz.com. And I'll ship them right out to you in a plain white envelope so your family or whoever won't see them if you have kids. I'm extremely discreet. If you're on Facebook, I'm Dawn Marie, and you can find me under your hostess right away. If she has Beyond the Pole, I'm on that too. Just, give me a shout out, say hello. I'm super friendly sometimes. And we're good to go. So thanks for having me tonight.
Yeah, and of course, if you want to make some money this summer, you should probably get yourself a franchise right there.
Exactly. For $225, you can get your own business, and you're going to make that back in one party. The money is insane. Yeah. So I'd love to have you.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you, Dawn. I do appreciate it, as usual. And we will talk to you next week.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right. And, hey, there we go. 4playbuzz.com right there. Get your Benzay balls or whatever they call something like that. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out on the break, the name of the thing again. Anyway, we'll be right back. We got a little Stones for you. All right, and we are back right now with Beyond the Pole, and hey, she's here. Yes. She is here. Yes, from the courts, from the New York State courts of Canandaigua. Yes. Here you are.
All right, I am. It actually was one of the most ridiculous experiences I've had recently in court. So not because it was crazy, just the way it was ran. It was 3.5 hours of sitting there. I happened to be the very last person for a very, very small, minor traffic violation. $240 later, and hoping I don't get a speeding ticket trying to get back here because it was 35 minutes away.
Wow, $240.
Yeah, and New York has high surcharges.
Yeah, probably more than half of it was probably surcharges.
Yeah, and I have no points, luckily, because I don't want to. I already have enough speeding tickets because I'm kind of like a speed demon maniac running all around, and then I have to pay the violations and the fines already to New York State for my license. So, and my insurance is really high because of it, and all that goes hand in hand when you take that risk, which I don't at least do it late at night, or during the day when people are on the road is late.
Right, yeah, you're always driving like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and you don't notice really how fast you're going because there's absolutely no one on the road. So sometimes you get those tickets in slower zones where it'll be 35, and you don't realize you're going like 45, almost 50, and they're pulling you over because they think you're drunk, and then so they're looking to hit you on something. I'm like, whew, thank goodness I don't drink when I'm at work.
All right. Where have you been last week? Have you been all over the place or what?
I was a little bit too going everywhere the past month and kind of burnt myself out. So I'm going to be a little more calm the rest of the week, and I'm changing my schedule and my format. So I was trying to do Erie, Pennsylvania, and I was trying to go down every Sunday, Monday. Mm-hmm. And then I was trying to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in Rochester, but on Wednesday I was always working at Playmates or going in, and that's in Byron, and then the show is on Thursday, and then I was doing Buffalo Friday and Saturday, and I was just kind of driving around back and forth, and I started feeling like I was living out of bags. And and then factoring. Wow. Then I was adding in Syracuse, I was adding in Canandaigua, I was adding in Pittsburgh because I've been filming Mindhunter season 2, the Netflix show. Right.
And how's that coming along?
It's coming great. I'm really blessed that I've been getting these amazing opportunities. It's kind of on like flukes and it just landing in my lap. But I did a couple more auditions. I got some more parts, and I'm just like going all out. And I keep getting more information from my agencies. And I just keep going for it and seeing what happens.
Why not?
So that's partially, too, why I want to cut back. And I felt so burnt out because I'm missing on auditions opportunities. And they're like high paying, like the ones for a commercial. And it's not even bad. It's like $795 for like 2 hours.
Right.
And it's not strip club or anything. You're just a hospital.
In a hospital?
Yeah, I auditioned in Rochester for a hospital commercial.
Okay.
And I'm a mother looking at you're going to laugh. I'm looking at my baby for the first time, holding it lovingly. And I look over over my shoulder at my adoring husband, and I nailed it. And the woman's like, oh, she's like, I love your smile. You have a really great smile. And then I thought about it after the fact. I'm like, oh my gosh, when it's a real baby, since I never really held a baby and it's not mine and it's crying or I don't know, having an accident in its diaper, I got to keep holding this thing. It might not be as easy to make it occur as a Cabbage Patch doll.
I do remember like trying to hand you a live baby.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that much a baby, and I didn't know. I was sitting there trying to hold a 2-year-old and support her head, and I was so petrified. I was like, dear, please don't do this. Afraid I was going to drop her, and there's reporters around and people filming, and I was like, oh God, there's so many people watching, and the anxiety kicked in, and I was like, whew.
And I had to like show you how to hold her.
I wasn't sure. I didn't do all those classes. Like everyone else was like in parenting and stuff in my school, and I took like tech and computers, and I was a little opposite.
So you were like all comfortable because like you grew up with all these dolls and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So like, oh, you had no problem with this.
I pretended it was like my puppy or something, and I was like, oh, I love it. It's so great. But then actually holding the baby and like, oh, I got to support it so his head doesn't like,
So did you get this gig or what?
I did.
You did? So
I did.
Did you film it already?
No. It's going to be coming up on the 18th, 19th.
Wow. And so
I call
you're
back.
Be...
So then there's a couple. So hopefully things go well.
So do we like have to take you to like some people that have babies so you can start
practice?
To, like,
actually,
practice?
That's what I was saying. That's why I thought you'd laugh, is I got to go around holding some babies. And
we should go to like the Lilac Fest this weekend. And
right?
We'll be like, can we hold your baby, please?
Right?
Can she hold it, please?
There's so many fun events. Now is the time of year all the festivals are starting.
Yes.
And I'm from Holland, New York. Not Holland, Amsterdam. It gets confusing when people look at me and I'm wearing these like vintage like Dutch girl outfits and wooden shoes as a child. But from Holland, this real small town, East Aurora area, and they're having the Holland Tulip Festival.
Oh.
And it's every year around Mother's Day weekend. Usually it pours and rains out, but I guess it's supposed to be good. And Lilac Festival in Rochester starts this week.
Yes.
And just everywhere is having fun festivals. And
well, if the Lilac
outside concerts are all starting.
Yep. Well, if Lilac Fest is in town, that means it's going to rain.
Yeah,
it always
pretty
rains.
much the Tulip Festival.
yeah. There you go. It'll be over with that. I haven't really seen the music schedule too much.
I actually was gonna say I didn't either. I know probably it seems every year Rusty Root is there, so I gotta look and see because
they're not this year actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was like assuming.
There were too many people complaining.
And they do all they do all the ones at RIT too. And
yeah. I know, like at the Thursday in the Park, which we'll be having the Area 12 again. I know the lead singer's coming.
Okay.
But the rest of the band, I guess, is not.
Yeah, I was going to ask that, too. Did we ever get the Area 12, the sober area is named 12 after the 12 steps for Lilac Festival yet? I know you mentioned that last year was a goal. But...
we still couldn't make it happen for this year's Lilac Fest, but we are going to do the Party in the Park again.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's Thursday right before our show, so I'm going to start the party there.
There you go.
Meet me. Except if it's raining, I absolutely won't be there.
Yeah, we need to, this year, we need to have a banner up of the show's name so we can put it up.
I want
right
that.
next to Area 12. And we've actually
if you're a printing company and you want to make us a banner, we'll send you some nice naughty pics of sexy girls.
There you go. Yeah. or what was
volunteer services?
We'll send you a pair of the Benzai balls or whatever she was selling today.
All different prizes and different things to give you, gift bags. Or we can send a stripper to your home, or you can come here to the studio and go on, talk a little bit, and get a free lap dance.
There we go.
Eat some pizza, something fun.
And I know we're going to be moving Area 12 into the back now, up on the hill.
I like that because it was tucked to the side. You really couldn't see anything, so it was isolated. Tough. So it wasn't as enjoyable being over there.
Right.
It was nice people that visit in and out, but no one really stayed.
Yeah. But all right, we're going to change that this year. No doubt about it.
That's good.
So lots coming up. Lots changing.
Start coughing.
Lots
of changes
tonight, which was cool. Was the Chamber of Commerce Awards tonight, and
really,
I just got texted that I was mentioned in both of the winners' acceptance speeches.
That is awesome.
How does that happen? What are you doing tomorrow night?
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, yeah. I was actually planning on maybe going to Playmates and working
going
or
to
something
Playmates.
local. It's only 15 minutes away from where I kind of stay.
Well, tomorrow night they're honoring Marcassini.
Yeah?
Yeah, at the Gates of Media Club.
I can do that because I don't really start work. I'm like kind of late, chronically late, and wandering when I please. That girl who might come in for an hour.
Yeah. Well, they're
I
who's that
admit
girl
it.
again? I don't know.
I got
her
like
name.
18 years of it to be lazy. I got to get away with a little bit more.
Well, it's at the Diplomat Party House tomorrow, and I'll be speaking at the
That's
head
exciting.
table. Yeah, I'm sort of
What
excited.
time's that at?
I think 6:00.
Oh yeah, I could definitely.
Yeah, Mark's a great guy. He's
I've worked with him, seen him at a bunch of events, and talked to him. So.
I'm trying to talk our sheriff into coming on.
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
that'd be great.
It would be. What's he got to be scared of, right?
There's nothing to be scared of.
Right.
Like, we won't ask embarrassing or stupid questions
No.
at all. Like, we're really respectful on the show. Like, we have different guests who want people to know their names and others who don't. Like, we're really laid back.
Right. So why not, right? Let's
Yeah,
get our
and we
sheriff
do.
on.
We're like a good show. It's like ups, downs all around. We have positive ways to improve your life, things not to do, updates in the adult industry twice a week. It's fun.
Yeah.
And we're making some big changes on this show, so
big.
I'm really excited. You can check us out. Don't forget to add us on Facebook. We're Beyond the Pole. But we now have a YouTube channel, so you can listen to our shows, and they're updated on actual regular basis, unlike what we were having happen before. And we're getting all the old ones uploaded pretty quickly.
Yeah, and it's right on the channel there.
Yeah, it's right on the channel. So it's Beyond the Pole with Katrina Lee, Katrinaleee. That's also my name on Facebook. I had it on a modeling page. It's slowly getting up there. You can see it. Somehow Facebook took it down. It got claimed. I have no idea. So I had to restart. But yeah, so I also been updating a lot on my more adult industry modeling page. That it's like not quite a pay site, but it's more, like you can do different stuff. But that is Katrina, Katrinaleee.model, MODELCENTRO.com. Centro, not Central. And I know Bristol's on there and a couple of girls, and there's all different things and aspects. You can see a lot of my pictures from Hustler magazine, Gallery, Penthouse, different stuff I've been involved in. I've been in over 100 magazines, and I did at least 600 photo shoots over the years.
And you got
I'm a busy person.
Yeah, and you have a big spread coming out in
in Hustler, and I'm in Intoxicating magazine, and I'm just submitting. I've been working really hard.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm pulling 100-hour work weeks and just aggressively promoting, but it's fun, so it doesn't necessarily feel like work.
Right.
So I'm going down to Erie and I'm signing up and doing a bunch of photo shoots. I'm like auditioning and doing little movie roles. Then I'm selling outfits, and then I'm going working at the club. So I'm just like go, go, go. And at the same time doing all the social media promotions for a whole bunch of clubs. So
there you go.
Yeah, we are looking to expand our growing kind of Beyond the Pole empire and where our future is going to be.
Yeah.
So I'm working on building our cast of characters that will be on the TV show. So I want to start warming them up and getting them developing or, starting to develop during the radio show and like kind of test it out. And, we had Bailey on, and he's probably going to be on at some other point again. We're not ruling it out, but I'm looking for someone I think's more ideal and in the Rochester area who can actually come here on a regular basis on Thursdays. As a male kind of partial co-host who's funny, outgoing, knows a lot about the adult club industry, knows some background or had a lot, it's not like good, a lot of friends, but if you're my age and you're like involved in that, a lot of people who passed away are addicts. And, more positive role model in his life. And I think I found a perfect one who's really interested. And he was a club promoter, then settled down more, had a kid. He's a great dad, involved, like really respectful. So he knows a lot of the right people and a lot of different stories through the years. And
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
And even with him, he can talk about compatible co-parenting because he gets along well and they do a good job. And like really cute, like he even had his son like carry the mother like some roses before and surprise her, and like that's what I want, more positive images and stuff for this show too. But we're fun, and he's pretty hot, and he's been working out a lot and wants to be a male stripper on top of it.
Nice.
perfect TV image.
Perfect.
And then I found another character that I want who's kind of the funny, lovable pervert, who's kind of an animal, but like women like him because he's not crossing the line too much, or if he does like push the buttons, like everyone knows it's a joke. And where men like him, and he's not like, like, oh, he's too attractive, or I don't like that, it bothers me. And I found that character too. And he's going to be doing kind of lap dance reviews. And he knows like all the dancers, is single, no kids, has no shame, can go to the clubs all the time, and give info and input, which I want to have on the show on a regular basis.
Right. Why not?
And then say, hey, this girl works there, come visit her.
Exactly.
Show some love. And they won't be nude. It won't be like Life Without Shame or anything, because I want the girls not to be embarrassed,
right,
and where they can share. And it's just easier for us in our image.
Absolutely.
People, when they do that stuff, a lot of times, like I would put pictures of the girls on the strip club websites because I worked for many of the clubs through the years all at the same time. And they would get a boyfriend, or they would end up getting a degree years later, and they would like, please take them down. And the clubs were like, well, we paid, they signed waivers. But I never, I always respectfully took it down because I wouldn't want that happening to me, because things change and happen in your life.
Yes, they do. Yes,
and you don't know who you're going to marry, what's going to happen, and or just maybe you were all bad on drugs then, and now you're sober, you're ashamed, and you didn't like how you look because maybe you're really skinny, and now you're happy you got curves, and
exactly,
it's just different.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think we should cut in a little song break
and then
come back with some upcoming activities in the adult industry.
All right, here we go. All right, and we are back right here. Of course, it's time for your we're almost done with the first hour right here. A little Beyond the Pole with Katrina Lee.
No, it is actually coming back. A little hectic, like I said, running.
Yeah.
So I scrambled in, and my stuff's not as organized. Usually I'm a chronic planner, but
yes,
we have a lot of big things coming up in our adult industry. The former Tiffany's, which then became Scores, is actually called New York Showgirls in Tonawanda, and they're reopening. And they're bringing back all the big porn stars.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm really excited because a lot of them I get to work with then. And I work over there, and I will be there for the grand opening. And a lot of my friends from Rochester, and my travel buddy friends from Buffalo and from all over, Syracuse, from Erie, and everyone plan on going there. And they have Bonnie Rott, and they have Stormy Daniels coming up.
Stormy Daniels. Everybody knows her name.
Everyone now knows her name.
Yes.
I mean, I've known it for years prior, but they got a whole list of the bigger porn stars, and then Candies and Erie has the features. So they got Shay's coming up on the 18th, and she's the Puerto Rican princess. She won some prizes. She was great. But on the Friday, June 8th, is their grand opening. I'll be there, and Bonnie Rotten, the major porn star, she's going to be there Friday and Saturday, the 8th and 9th. And I talked, and I believe, I don't want to confirm it 100%, but right now, we're like 80% positive she's going to be on the radio show.
Gosh.
Either way, I'm going to go down there and get a phone interview recorded to play onto the radio show, be it she can't do the call-in.
Okay.
The issue is our show is Thursday night and the traveling.
Got you.
Yep. So I'm not sure. But then after that, and everyone's seen her, she's just a freak. Like, I got some fetish ones. I mean, she's aggressive. There'll be a lot of bikers, those type of guys at that event. They have Annabelle Peaks. And she's coming July 13th, 14th. I don't know her as well. I will find out. And then Stormy Daniels, the big one, is August 10th and 11th. Okay. These are all big porn stars that everyone pretty much knows, or they're all videos they also own all the video liquidators and most of the adult stores in Buffalo.
Okay.
So most of these girls will be popping around to those places also and autographing. So
okay,
that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they have a free champagne toast at that thing. They're gonna have complimentary filet mignon, lobster hors d'oeuvres, all different. They're going all upscale, really nice.
Lobster and a strip club.
Yep, and it's gonna be all different talent and bigger names. Like I said, I'll be there and autographing. Bristol's been going down there a lot, and I'm checking it out. So.
Wow, lots going on.
Oh, yeah, lots. So that's pretty exciting. I'm happy about that. Like I said, with their show, I'm at Playmates. I'm going to be up there at least. I've been trying to do every Wednesday. And Bristol, for her fans, she's there the first Saturday of every month. And on Tuesdays is $5 Tuesday, and Wednesdays like half off. So I like those nights. They're more laid back.
Yeah, they are.
I have a little adult store inside. It's more fun because you get all the regulars, and usually like more the girls are like, you know, the nicer. It's not such a rush, no fights, drama. But I have an adult store inside there.
Okay.
So everyone check it out if you need any clothes or anything.
Yes.
Or visit me. Okay. I like it. It's like a small club, and so all the girls are really friendly, and it's female owned.
Oh, it is.
It's been there a long time. It's nude, 18 and over.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good time.
How far from here?
I'm from Rochester. It's about 30 minutes from Buffalo, maybe 45. It's Batavia area.
Yeah, so not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Well, we got a lot of actually, like, I was there last night, and there were 7 girls, and it's small, so that's a lot. And they're all, like, really attractive girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they not from the house?
No, they're all different areas. They all drive because most of us don't want people necessarily knowing that we're working there. So it's more low key, and it's nude, so you get different money and you get more usually.
Really? Because of the nudie, you get more?
Yeah, you don't have the liquor sales, but you get more on stage, and like the dances are easier to get in because it's not so close. Like, and guys aren't coming there to drink; they're coming there to get dances.
Ah, okay.
You know, there's like, why? You know, you're going to a strip club specifically to be at a strip club.
Right.
Not like, oh, I just want the drinks or the cheap wings.
The cheap wings or the lobster.
Yeah, the lobster and filet. The free buffet.
Yeah, I kind of some of them king snow crabs over there.
They go all out at some of these events, you know. Get it catered and everything. Spend a lot. I put together many of them, and trust me, we spend money.
That is
But we
funny.
make money. You're also buying like $9 shots of Jaeger.
Right.
But so yeah, that's going on. Some updates there. I want to put together a party and organize it, so I'm working on the date. So I'm really excited. So I went to the cucumber contest at the Cordial.
You did go?
Yes.
Oh.
And so the girls were doing cucumber sucking off. So obviously I don't want to copy them and do like same thing in Rochester.
Right.
So I got 2 ideas on how to do it.
Okay.
So my parents had a Cinco de Mayo party, and my dad's friend is married to a primatologist. And I'm obsessed with a primatologist, Jane Goodall, and have been since a little kid.
What exactly is that?
You study the monkeys or work in the primates in the zoos and stuff like that.
Okay, all right.
And their behaviors with humans and.
Okay, all right.
Jane Goodall's like my hero, so I was so excited. I started talking to her, and then in my head, she's like saying how she made like $5,000, raised it at the Buffalo Zoo at this event, and I'm like, I think I can get way more money quicker, and especially because it's radio show,
Right.
Is we could put on a contest at all the clubs where like the girls are like eating a banana and like raise money for charity off the cover, hit banana rum contest.
Ooh.
Or like flavored like on the best drink or specials like that. There's just so much you could do.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, that would be fun to do something like that, and then donate money to help like the zoos or something.
Okay.
And so it's a good cause, and all girls get involved, and there's so many like fun little goofy things about like it's a jungle out there, cheetah outfits the bartenders could wear, like sexy little dresses like that. I mean, it's just be a good time.
Wow. Well, let's go back to the jungle. So you went to the cucumber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pretty much the only white girl, and I had on this cute little dress and a little cardigan. I looked so wholesome, girl next door, and I totally stood out. And so no one will touch me because no one's going to touch like a white girl in the hood,
right?
Because I stand out way too much and I draw way too much attention. And then I go there and everyone knows me anyways because I'm so recognizable at this point because of the Extremely Hot magazine and stuff like that.
Did you get any more pimp offers?
No, that was last time. That was epic.
Time,
yeah, when I was walking there and by, this guy's like, yo, she needed a pimp. I got her. I was like, yeah. And I totally just like, it's so obvious I wasn't.
So how was this contest? I mean, was it, I don't know.
It was interesting. That's why I would like to see it with maybe girls that are more my type that I'd be attracted to, or a different style. So it was pretty neat. It was aggressive, intense, a lot of saliva. Deep throating, saliva, cucumbers, it was pretty wild, and it's a more wild club. And it was for a birthday party.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, but also I was thinking it would be fun would be a popsicle because actually, let me explain this part. This YouTube video is like viral and it's all over the internet, and it's a girl stripping around the pole and she's eating pizza. And it's just she's slowly eating the pizza, and guys are throwing money at her while she eats. And I love food, so all these guys have been sending me this link like, oh my gosh, you should do this. So I'm thinking, why not the third song just start like pull out a popsicle and start eating it right on the stage, and then we could have whoever did the best one.
There you go. It doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, and I was talking about last night, so we're going to put together at least to start off with Playmates. And all the girls are laughing. And Ginger was saying, she's like, oh, I can't deep throat like that. I'm like, you don't have to deep throat the popsicle. You can sexually lick it, you know? It doesn't have to be that. I mean, you could stick it in yourself, I guess, at Playmates, too, on the stage.
Well, yeah, that's true.
They have weird rules there.
Yeah, I remember.
You could get away with it on stage.
We used to do this at a bar in Buffalo, actually.
Yeah.
And like the bar would just bring out what was ever in the vegetable thing in the kitchen, and it was amazing what could be done with all these vegetables.
I know.
It was like she slices, she dices.
It's the same. It's amazing what people can do with ping pong balls.
Right. Exactly.
Fun things at Watches Sticks.
I'm telling you.
Everyone, don't forget, check us out. We are Beyond the Pole Radio on Facebook. Like us. And you can see all the updates and things coming on. And like our YouTube channel, We Are Beyond the Pole Radio with Katrina Lee. And the more subscribers, more updates you'll get, and the more, we keep putting it up.
Yeah.
You can watch us as we learn more tricks and get better and better.
More tricks. Tricks. We got plenty of tricks here.
Tricks. I got tons.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is what I wasn't the biggest fan of that happened last night. So I'm at work and this girl came in that I haven't seen for a while, and I used to drink kind of heavy with her, and I know I'm not blaming any of this on my fault, but she was my drinking buddy in Buffalo.
Okay.
When I was at the club, so I was married to the owner of the club, so I got pretty much all you could drink, free alcohol there. So I was miserable, and I decided I was just going to drink on day shifts because I hated it there, and I hated my marriage. So I'd sit there and I'd give her free shots.
Okay.
And there's two of these girls I used to do that with. Now, like, I've watched her, and then she's lost, like, almost 45 pounds, and she looks really bad. And I'm genuinely terrified for her life. And
Really?
And then the worst part is that she's married to a husband who's equally on all the same vices.
Really?
So there's a bad enabling that's turned into, like, pimping her out in the parking lot, not being able to work at any of the clubs. Like, it's heartbreaking.
Wow.
And I was like, she's trying to work there, and they didn't know what happened. And because, it's just like vouch, like, oh, I'm friends with Katrina, which I care about her, and I was, but I don't want that going on in the club either. And I don't want to work with people that I have to honestly, genuinely terrified are going to die.
Right.
On the property. And it's just like I said, I known her so long, and I watched the change. I'm like, oh no. So everyone's talking about it. I'm like, trying to think of how I could find a way to help. And I don't think it can, but this isn't good per se that happened, but kind of it is. So I feel like long term, she'll be like, that was such a blessing. Mm-hmm. But she ended up getting arrested, and it was like all over the news. The two of them dead.
Really?
So she's going to end up for sure. There's no way, shape, and form that she's not going to end up in drug court, like prostitution court, mental health court, something like that.
Right.
They'll put her in one of them, depending on what area you live in. Not shoplifting, but it'd be something else. Probably drug court, to be honest.
They got a good drug court here, Judge Elliott. He's one of the funniest guys I know. And probably the most lied to man in all of Monroe County.
Probably. Of course, really.
he gets all of the. He gets the. I was with somebody and they were smoking pot and I got the second hand.
Yes. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah. And he's like, look, buddy, you'd have to have 7 people inside of Yugo, all smoking about 2.5 joints each in order to get even a little bit of secondhand smoke into that.
Even the NyQuil lie that they say, like, you have to drink like a bunch of NyQuil, and like it has to be like kind of before you go right for a tox test, is not in your system. Even the ETG is out of your system within a day. Right. Like, and oh my gosh, when I had to sit through that court, I heard it so many times, and like the judge was like, I'm sick and tired of hearing this. It doesn't work like that. And noting myself, don't make up that lie one day.
Yeah, don't. It'd be more original than that.
You know, or I don't know, my tox test was diluted. Now I'm a different story, but it'd be someone else, and like she's like, you have to drink like 2-3 gallons of water first thing in the morning to dilute that level.
Yeah, and come floating in.
Yeah, like I don't know how you did all that before 8 o'clock, but you know, someone obviously knew they drank and probably woke up at 4 o'clock pounding down that bottle.
Probably.
I mean, you know. But honestly, when I noticed that people were telling the truth, at least in the Amherst drug court system in Buffalo, that they didn't seem to benefit them when they told the truth. It kind of didn't help out either way.
Really?
They're like, yeah, no, you still had to be accountable. I don't care. You should have known better. You know, it was the same. So it wasn't like, you know, it was like maybe you should have just lied to their face. Either way.
You know, I mean, they you know, like Judge Elliott here, I mean, they're fair. Like, you know, if you come in and you say, you know, all right, I screwed up this weekend. You know, I'm gonna piss dirty.
Yeah.
They're usually like, all right, you're honest with us. All right, so we'll work on it. I mean, you keep coming in and saying,
keep doing it. Yeah,
you're going to jail. There's no doubt about that. But I mean, you know, it's all how you work with them.
Well, domestic violence court, there wasn't much tolerance.
Oh, well, I slept up. I beat the hell out of her this weekend, Judge.
I beat the hell out of her while I did a whole bunch of blow. I drank like fucking I drink a bottle, you know.
I can understand them not being too.
They're not. Lenient. They're just like, no.
Okay, don't go beat her. Okay,
bad idea.
Bad
like,
idea.
Oops, we're sanctioned, double sanctioned.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so in and out. So I think it actually could really save her life. And it would be probably the best bet for her because it would separate her from the husband, because if she stays on the path, there's no way she's going to live. She already lost her kids, already lost everything, already lost her reputable job. She's so thin, and it's crack cocaine.
And it's crack?
It's crack cocaine and alcohol. And she even told me that she can't even stop the drinking because she's having seizures. And so she has to take, and she was in the jail, and she said it was so bad, and they weren't giving her medicine for seizures, but it's because she drinks so much alcohol she has the seizures, which is terrible.
Wow.
So it's going to be forced in the worst way to detox through the jail and probably get sent to rehab for the first time.
Right.
Which she needs.
Right.
And I've been kind of hoping for a while she would get the help. So it's not like you want to see something bad happen. Like, this is probably what's going to save her life and get it on path. So hopefully she can separate herself, or they can both stay sober and legit work on it together in order to be able to stay.
You know, I mean, and that brings up, everybody's got a different bottom. You know, some people it's going to take to get to that extreme. That's what it may take, you know, and it still might not be enough for her.
It might not, because I'm sure you've seen a intervention, and the ones that were the dual users and they were in the relationships are the worst, because they pull down each other, try to help, and it's the same. Or then you start crossing the line where you start prostituting, and he knows, so it's almost like he's pimping, and you're doing it together, so you can get your drugs to use together, and then you don't realize even the level of what it turned into.
Right, exactly.
And then you think it's love, and it maybe was love in the beginning because you were in a real relationship, but then it turns into using sick, abusive love.
No, but actually, and I might as well tell you this too, over at Gates to Recovery, we're actually going to be starting a women's series, which is going to be done by Restore. Have you ever heard of Restore?
That's a consignment shop?
No, Restore is actually it's a women's nonprofit that helps women in sexual abuse, domestic violence, et cetera, et cetera. And they're called Restore. They're actually part of Planned Parenthood.
Really? I can't believe I never heard of it, but I was thinking the Restore store by like...
Yeah, that Restore, that is a cool store.
Okay, that is
a very
cool
store.
I'm like, that's odd. Now it makes more sense. Yeah. I'm such a shopaholic. I'm like, they're doing it?
Well, no.
I'll be in there, I guess.
So they're going to be coming in. They're going to do. Like different nights. Like one night's going to be unhealthy relationships.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
got to get them on this show. I'll have to go to all those. What night is it?
We're going to start in June. It'll be once a month. The first Thursday of the month.
Why are they all Thursdays?
I know. It's believe me.
It makes it hard because it's hard to do the other recovery.
Right. Exactly. And that was my fault.
It's time for a song.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like, I go till midnight. I start
I'm all
at 8
about
a.m.
this. I'm excited.
Yeah, so it'll be
I'll
cool.
have to go to and help out. Except it's Thursday, but whatever.
I know.
If it's Tuesday, it'd be a piece of cake. Any day except right before the show.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how yet I'm going to run Area 12 and Gates to Recovery at the same time. I guess still got to figure that one out.
I was thinking. I actually mentioned that today to Gary, saying I don't know how he's going to pull this off on Thursdays, and maybe we need to find a different person to run the board. But I'm not really a big fan of that.
Yeah, the 10 o'clock is fine. I mean, we 10 o'clock's fine for me, but it's that 5 to 8 that I don't know what I can be doing. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Yeah. All right, you want to go to a song?
Let's go to a break and then.
All right, what should we play? I'll tell you what. Why don't we start off with a little Sting?
All right. Back. It's Beyond the Pole.
We are back. All right, and we're. Hey, it's time to do that legal ID thing. You want to do that?
Yeah, sure. It's legal ID time. A WRFZ LP Rochester. We are 106.3 FM, RochesterFreeRadio.com. And I'm Katrina Lee, and we are Beyond the Pole every Thursday, 10 till 12.
Every Thursday, right here.
Thursday.
And then catch a podcast afterwards.
Yes, and our podcast is on Beyond the Pole with Katrina Lee on YouTube. And we're going to actually have a website up shortly with all the updates. And what I'm looking forward to is we're going to have our features and other shows a little more organized and planned, like seeing what it's going to be about a little bit. This guest is coming on. And we're going to get some nice structure. Because a lot of people don't realize this. I don't really prepare. I just kind of go in and go for it.
That's right. Yeah, you're off the cuff. You are totally off the cuff.
Yeah, so it's totally different. And I'm lucky I can get away with stuff like that. Most people can't. And now I'm more into the grooming and start, building this brand.
And grooming.
Building and grooming.
There we go.
And fluffing.
Fluffing.
I like fluffing.
I like fluffing. It depends on where I'm at. But yeah, I like fluffing.
Right.
I can deal with it.
So I read this interesting article, and as my partner and I are thinking about making a sex tape, is that a good idea or a bad idea? So it's in Cosmo. So I
think it's a good idea.
You think it's a good idea?
I do.
I think it could be the good idea with the right person, but they say it's smart to be cautious, and that 45% of men and 16% of women 18 to 34 have shared a sexy photo without the subject's permission.
Ooh.
And that can happen with videos as well. So it can be erotic, hot, but you have to be careful that if they break up, it could turn like public. They could be spiteful. They could show anyone. They could put you on Pornhub and submit it.
That's true. I think of Joe B. He's shown me every girl. Right?
No. That's the thing is I was thinking my friend was over and helping move some stuff, and then my ex actually was there and he was talking. He's like, and trying to show like I have all these single girls I can hook you up with, like showing these girls, but he's with all the girls in the pictures and none of them are really single. And I'm like, okay, just kind of trying to brag, like look at all these hot, sexy blondes I dated.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right, yeah, that wasn't necessary, but who cares? It's fine. But I have videos of my ex.
Oh, you do?
With myself.
With yourself. Okay. He doesn't
But
have
I saved them as backup if I ever wanted to get him in trouble. It's involving drugs and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you might become the next big movie star, TV star, and one of those videos could pop out.
It could pop up, but he doesn't have any on me. I have them all.
You have them all.
I have them all because right before it was shaky, we were fighting. I took the iPad. I had 2 of them with the videos, and I took it to my friend's house and hid it.
And hid it. All right.
Yeah.
So
it's safe. I still have it.
So you still have it.
Yes, I still have the videos. They're not on Pornhub. If I want to submit them, there's also some good ones, but I'm respectful, and I don't think that should be done.
Yeah. But that would, yeah.
It could.
It could. But no, I could see that happening. You become the big star, and then a tape gets leaked out.
Oh, anything, like my videos. That's why I never actually no, things are changing and times are, but you'd be like, I'd never marry someone who's running for president or in politics because all these pictures would show up from Hustler through the years. But
then again,
my real name. But
if you really want to look at it, look what it did for the career of Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. Look what it did for the
Paris
career.
Hilton and the Kardashians. Right. My goodness, really.
Really, they have a television show. You just watch watch what they do all day.
Oh,
And
yeah.
who the hell? Who are they?
Yeah.
They're nobody. And so I mean, it's
all
look
the
what-
clothing lines so much. I mean,
Yeah.
all these people even it's amazing.
What's his name?
But
from
now I feel
Poison?
like in the beginning it was really cool and big and trendy, and now just everyone's making their own porn and submitting it in this videos and doing crazy stuff. So it's not the same as it was back then.
Hey, what is it? Everybody wants to
We're
be a
not as
star.
shocking, and I think everyone wants their 5 seconds of fame.
5 seconds. You're not
Not even give 5 minutes. They said 5 seconds.
Andy Warhol gave 15 minutes. You're giving 5 seconds right over here.
5 seconds, yeah. In and out. There's a lot of people out there.
Oh, your career is gonna go. Your career is gonna go huge when you drop that baby. I'm
yeah,
telling
right.
you.
Oh my god. The show from everyone. That'll let me live it down, right? So here's another fun thing. There's 4 touches that drive him wild.
Driving wild.
So yeah, and this is written by a guy who calls himself the love coach. So they say the knee tap. So while sitting next to him, briefly touch his knee. When you're about to tell him something, you say like, "Oh, you see," you just kind of tap tap. So it's like a cute little moment. They say the drive-by caress. As you approach or walk past him, give the back of his head above his hairline a light scrape with your nails. Something about animalistic they say you can touch there. I never really tried that, so I'm going to have to try. Give that a go. The neck sniff. You say you smell great. What's that? Then come close and you sniff them. Take a breath on the neck, and they're able to, like, I don't know, I guess they're drawn to that. And then
Okay.
the full body hug. So don't go for the shy, awkward hug. Imagine trying to connect and just wrap yourself around them.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta make sure the guy likes you, I
Right,
guess,
yeah,
before you
I
do that,
suppose
because
that's
no one
true.
really wants to be in a bear hug and squeezed. I like when I'm with someone, I like shoulder kisses. I like giving them, like just leaning over and just giving a kiss on their shoulder as you're cuddled up.
Like,
Or
is,
even on their like elbow or their knee as you're like right there.
is it though? I mean, is it like is it a naked shoulder or is it
Naked shoulder.
okay?
Yeah, like they're sitting there on the boat or on the couch, cuddling, curling up next to you, or just the elbow, something like off, like that doesn't always get like kissed. Just it's this cute lean over.
Okay, all
I don't
right.
know. I've actually almost everyone says they love it, and then other people have said, "Oh, that's so cute that you do that. I want a girl who treats me like that."
Oh, good God.
Kind of one of those really cuddly, affectionate people with the right ones.
With the right person.
Not anyone. Otherwise, I'm like, please, don't touch me. Or the wrong mood. Like, I mean, seriously.
Don't touch me.
I don't like
Get away from me.
awkward situations with new people. Like, I don't want to go to some party and everyone's trying to hug and kiss me. They're all like 80 years old and getting makeup on my face. Like, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm into that. Okay.
Yeah, not a big fan.
Yeah, not a big fan. I couldn't imagine anybody being a big fan.
Right. So I was also in Erie, Pennsylvania at Partners, and
Okay.
this week I was there on Sunday and Monday. And I went to the Lion's Den and checked out there. There's the big porn store where you cross over the New York State border in Ripley, PA, but it's like pretty much, or Ripley, New York, but it turns right into PA after the tolls.
Okay.
There's some new stuff. They're having a event coming up, so I'm pretty
Oh,
excited
nice.
about that. Ladies' nights to get the discount. I picked up some new pornos, so it's a
Okay.
good day for me.
Yeah, good day. All right.
Yeah, good day, good day.
Okay.
I got some pepperoni balls from Erie, brought them back. I brought them some people up at work, and we were eating them at Playmates. They're like, what are these? And they're different. It's like a donut with pepperoni in them.
So pornos and pepperoni balls.
Pornos, pepperoni balls.
What a ride home that must have
Naked
been.
pillow fights, It was a good time.
All right. It sounds like a good time. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I try to make it fun. So when I'm traveling and I'm working like that, I always try to go to different restaurants I've never been to, or favorite restaurants, or zoos, or parks, or if I see something different, a store, pop over and check it out. Otherwise, it seems too much like work.
Yeah. True. So
Yeah, you got to switch it up a little
gotta
bit.
be a little spontaneous.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and another big thing I have coming up is we are actually working on a new logo, and I'm getting
Nice.
custom made. So we're gonna have some neat like shirts and hats, and update the website and all our logo pages.
How much fun? How
I
much
know,
fun?
and I have 2 photo shoots this weekend, so I'm excited. So everyone, I'm gonna post on our page and the other one in Buffalo with 2 different photographers, Mike Birch, and we're gonna do a video that we're gonna be adding on my website with all the Hustler images.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to, and then another one, which is like I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
I'd be surprised. The artist has this idea in mind.
Okay.
So he's going to surprise me, I guess, with it. It's some shape form. So I do a lot of piecework where it's just like my butt or something. So.
Oh, okay. Well, but I mean, like, what about like, have you ever like gotten to a photo shoot and they're like, okay, we're gonna do this, and you're like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You have.
Absolutely.
Okay. And how did those situations turn out? I'm just wondering how that goes.
It depends on my pay, and the level. Or like, I'm not like some people like, oh, come on. Okay, there's a thing that girls will get taken advantage of by like non-professional,
I'm sort of figuring
photographers.
That, yeah.
So they'll try to get you in the beginning. You don't know it's like a photo shoot because anyone can get a camera nowadays.
Right.
And they like be like, oh, spread it, insert that. They want to see what they can get the most out of so they can sell more to fetish sites. I'm like, absolutely not. I won't do that. So nothing of mine are that aggressive.
Okay.
Especially when I was younger too. So I mean, there's been stuff they asked, and it's maybe if it's weird or I just don't like the image or it's like a weird position to hold. I have knee problems, so something odd. But I've done a lot with like liquid laundry detergent that burnt, and I stayed still for a while. It was burning my skin. And I laid naked with my nipples and like literally touching a sheet of ice outside in the freezing cold for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I gotta say. And now, what if a girl's getting approached by a guy? First of all, do you ever do any business with a photographer that approaches you in a strip joint?
Okay, I have seen that, and it does occur because sometimes these photographers want to work with you, or they're there, and they just really, you reach out. Mm-hmm. So I have, and that's how I got recruited by Hustler.
Okay.
Because it was a photographer who approached me. So I wouldn't say you got to rule it out. I'm saying with anything nowadays, research it.
Okay.
Usually, if a person's coming up to a strip club, they've worked with other girls who work at the strip club. Or now the internet's there. You can look it up. A lot of agencies are around, so you can see. And there's websites, too, where people report, and they say, like, photographers you can't trust, and forums on Facebook. So they have, like, Buffalo Modeling, Rochester Models, and a lot of photographers will be on there and post. And then you can see, and if someone's bad, you'll know. So if you see their work and multiple girls write reviews on their Facebook page, that's a good sign.
That's a good sign. Okay.
Yeah, if you're going to some creepy basement, bad sign.
Here, let me like one of those outdoor basements with the two doors. You know, they got to open it up. Come on down.
Yeah, and you know what else?
My studio.
Right? Yeah, my studio. Yeah. And speaking of weird, so I was out at the Zoomtan in Chilai, actually pretty close to Roberts Wesleyan.
Okay.
And there's a van that's like parked there now, and it's like green. It looks like a perfect kidnapper van, and it's got like hydraulic wheels. So obviously this person sank a lot of money in it. It's got a smiley face on the side. And it's got like a whole system inside, and it just looked cool. So I took a picture of it, and I was joking around, and all the girls were like, "Oh man, I just want to climb in there and smoke weed." And I'm like, "Well, that's the way. If you are looking, if you're a man and you want to kidnap some strippers or have a good time, I guess get these kidnapper vans, have some weed, and they will climb in." It's not very hard. It was seriously like 9 out of the 10 girls. I was like, what? They're like, oh my God, I would get in there. That looks so cool. And the scary part is I feel that if I had a couple shots, I would get in the car. Because I'd be like, look how strange that is. Like, it's a kidnapper. Like, it's daring and fun,
I live in my van down by the river.
Right? And we're like, think it's all sexy and fun. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a seedy van that's going to kidnap me with free candy. We got to get in here just to say we did it.
There's Arthur Shawcross sitting across from you. Oh my God!
And we're all loading ourselves up, or perfect way to transfer us into sex trafficking. You load up your car. We don't even know. We're in the stripper van.
The stripper van. That's it. Yeah. That's what
Just keep it going. Keep throwing in alcohol and drugs or something. Music. We won't know what's happened till we're gone somewhere.
Let's go to the junkyard and find an old van and just like spray paint on the side, stripper van.
Right?
And just drive around, Wow.
I thought about this sign because it's green. It's got like this ridiculous smiley face. It's so funny. It's so cool. I'm obsessed with this car right now. I thought about like getting a sign, trying to hang it up on it saying free weed. Stick it outside.
There you go. Free weed. Yeah.
Free weed.
Yeah. You don't want to get pulled over or nothing.
No, it'd be just so funny just for him to see if he noticed or people are all coming up to him. He's like, what's going on? Where's the weed? Trying to climb in.
Well, some in this town at least. There's a dude that drives around in a. He's had his car like redone as the Jamaican flag.
Nice.
All right, so you've seen the Jamaican flag all over. He's got stuff hanging, and like he's got dreads
car yet.
He's got his dreads down to his, down to his bum, and just when he's driving down the road, there's just all this smoke coming out of this SUV as he's driving along, and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you get pulled over? I don't know. It's just like I've got Jamaica on my entire vehicle, and there's billows of smoke coming out, and he's the guy that's pulling into Speedway, going, "Can I get a couple Dutches, please? A couple of them Dutches over there." How does that happen?
Right?
How does anybody that walks into Speedway that goes, "Can I have a couple of them Dutches right there?" I just want to turn around and go, "You're going to get stoned? Really?" Don't tell me you're smoking that thing, because I know you ain't smoking that.
No,
right?
sorry.
You're going to get stoned. You got some weed? You want to sell me some? What's
Let's
going
follow
on?
them, right? Every trails. You know? It's so bad.
It's terrible. I know. And then these idiots are buying it on their credit card.
Right.
So now they got a paper trail. Okay, yep, you bought them there.
Right.
At Speedway.
Right, people.
Oh, what is wrong with people?
I know, right? But on that note, I think one more little last song break, some
You want another
more
song break?
banter, and then start ranting.
All right. Why don't yeah, okay.
Short
All
one,
right.
a little quick one.
Short one?
I just
All right.
want to get some water really fast.
Water.
Beyond the pole.
My favorite song right there. Let me tell you. And
I've never heard that song.
you never heard that song
Dirty
before?
Japanese?
Turning Japanese.
Oh.
It's actually about masturbation.
Interesting.
Yes, that's
I
where
wish Dawn was on the show to talk about that right now.
It was,
She's
and-
like the,
it's
pro.
even in the lyrics. It's even in the lyrics. It's I want to take a picture of you. I want a doctor to take your picture so I can look at you from inside as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, great lyrics, awesome lyrics. It was the Vapors, sort of a punk band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of Dawn's thing, her toy tonight. Did you hear that on
I
the way in?
didn't. I was I was trying to call everyone to explain that I was running late for the show, so I didn't get to catch it.
She was these, and I'm going to say this wrong. I'm going to tell you right up front. I'm going to say this wrong. She was talking about these Benzai balls or
Benoit balls.
Benoit. Okay,
Yeah,
Benoit.
those are fun.
Benji.
Benji.
I was thinking Benji's balls. Anyway, and she walks around with them inside of her 10 minutes a day to build up muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Kegels. Yeah, I tried, but it's like weird. You got to like pull them out. Now they got different strings. The technology's changed.
I mean,
It's interesting sometimes during sex because then they can feel the balls kind of bounce back and forth.
Oh wait, you can use them during sex too?
Yeah,
Oh,
I have.
She didn't say that. You may have turned your. You may have found something new right
It
here.
was yours, the adventurous.
Really?
I sell all the toys too.
Right. True.
I true toys, but I'm not like Dawn, so I can't talk about it as boldly as she does
As
and
she-
everything. I get shy, and so she's much better for the show and everything to do this
Right,
instead.
and I can understand that, but I mean, it's just I don't know. I'd never heard of this before. All I'm picturing is like two bowling balls, and I know they.
No, they're not. They're real
Okay.
tiny. They're like marbles. That's how you're picturing it.
Oh,
You got to picture
okay.
marbles,
Okay.
small marbles.
I was
That's why I
thinking.
said they kind of bounce around inside the guy and yourself during sex. You feel the vibrations.
Oh yeah,
And you can get ones that kind of have like a bell type thing in them, and then they make noise too. They be like stress balls. They're
That's
bigger than
what
ones
I
you
was
reach in your
thinking.
hand, but they have smaller ones. You just throw them in. I mean, you can go cheap. I mean, you can make anything a sex toy. I'm not saying it's the cleanest, smartest thing. I
Right.
mean, you can.
Yeah,
And it's
right.
like, taking a sandwich bag and taking, a rubber band and using it as a condom. That's not maybe the smartest condom, but you could do it.
Okay, but that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like those stress balls.
Yeah,
like
like
I
stress
was
balls
thinking,
are. But think even nicer. Remember the toy she talked about that it was glass and it just dripped and it looked nicer.
yeah.
But picture nice glass marbles from like the Corning glass blowing factory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, I'm thinking they're these silver stress balls, and I'm going, how is she walking around for 10 minutes with this
And
thing?
there's different sizes and weights. So you can
Okay.
start smaller and then build up. Or
Yeah, because she said, this is not something that you want to go walking down Walmart, the aisle in Walmart.
No.
Which I think you should, like at midnight, like go walking down and let them fall out and see what happens
Right.
to the people
well,
walking down the
it's good for a whole
aisle.
bunch of stuff. I didn't hear what she said, but it helps like women after pregnancy and stuff. Aside from make it tighter, so you don't have like little like accidents urinating and stuff.
Okay, so here's my next question. We're talking the V cup. We're talking these balls, the Benoit
Right.
balls. How much room you got in there? How much more can you fit
I'm
inside?
not that big, so it's not all. It's all a size. Like I said, that one old man who bought the vibrator said his wife was like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, and then his
Right.
girlfriend's much smaller, so he wanted a small one. There's those girls that do the big toys, and they're like arms and fists and stuff, and you always see some odd ones in the adult store, and that's their thing. So I guess it's like what you want, like or fisting. Like, why would you want to stretch yourself out? But I don't really.
I'm just thinking it's that time of the month. You got the cup in there, and then you're shoving some Benoit balls in there,
Oh,
and then like what's next? A condo? I mean, that's a lot of stuff up
then
there.
actually our boyfriend or whatever gets shoved up there.
Shoved up there. Wow.
Nice 12 foot.
Oh my God!
Or
how
a
scary.
cucumber.
Right. Hey, why not? Might as well just start the
Right.
produce section.
Yeah.
Oh, good
I mean, the
God.
girls in prison were using the toothbrush holders.
What?
Yeah.
For what?
Like a vibrator.
They were using a
Toothbrush holders and bratwurst. Remember that girl who I gave her the bratwurst? She had sex with and she ate it?
I do remember that.
And they yelled at her.
Can we get
They're
her?
like, my way, stop.
Can we get her on the show
No,
again?
no, we can't. It's too late now.
Is it too late?
It's too late, yeah.
Oh, bumming.
Yeah, she's going to be gone for a while.
Just a little while.
She was the fire starter.
The fire starter.
Yeah.
It was like Drew Barrymore. Over
Yeah,
here.
she's going to be gone for like 10 years. Yeah.
Maybe she could do some call-ins though, or something.
Yeah, several fire starters, threats all over about. She's the one on Facebook. I showed you were going to burn down the nursing home.
Oh yeah, I remember her now.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
We don't want her around.
She's interesting.
I was only interviewing people I thought were characters to entertain
had some
people on the
characters.
radio. There's specific people I picked out.
You had many women who were gonna. I'm coming out. I'm starting my church. I'm a preacher. That's all I could remember is that woman saying, "I'm gonna start a church. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." What are you in there for? Oh, I burned down a home.
We were just talking about this the other day. It was so funny with my parents and everything, where I'm like, everyone in jail goes and finds God. Anyone in rehab, I'm like, you got nothing to do. All you do is go to church all day.
That's right.
Maybe it all changes thinking you get out, but that's all there is.
It's so sad.
I think New York State should fix some of our stuff. At least in Erie, Pennsylvania, they have training programs that you can get into immediately. So they have like different anger management classes, women's and victim things. Every day wears a different church. So everyone would go to all of them. It wasn't like you could only go if you were Catholic. Like they were going to Jehovah Witness ones, Protestant. There's a different like Church Baptist, like two different ones. I mean, all different ones. It was crazy.
Crazy.
A lot of activities. They wanted those prisoners educated and busy, not just, randomly sitting around,
Sure.
thinking of bad ideas.
Sure.
A lot.
Oh my God, where are we going here?
Yeah, I know. We love prisoners now.
We
But
do.
I have a lot of friends, sadly, that go in and out of the prison system from drug court or dancing or DWIs. And that's why I like this show and set it up like it's up, downs all around. We might have messed up and did something, but that doesn't mean we're always like a failure. We might have danced. Doesn't mean we're all drug addicts. It's like
Right.
life beyond the pole, during or before.
Right.
Like how we ended up becoming where we are, or anyone that has anything that affects our industry. So we're looking for all different guests.
There
Who
you
want
go.
to come on or call in. You don't have to be local. We have call-ins, and
Yep.
we just want to build it and get our audience going.
Build it and build it.
And
build
now you can get your podcast and share it to all your friends. So now everyone can listen to it. Prior, we were having those problems, so some people were upset about it. But we corrected it.
We corrected
If you let us know, we can make the changes. So inbox us on Beyond the Pole Radio on Facebook. Updates. Please don't inbox me on my Facebook Messenger right now. It's a little overwhelming, and that's the last thing I need.
Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, separate the store or the show Beyond the Pole or my store stuff to the right pages they should go on, not my personal page.
Right. And don't ever have a tour of Girl Scouts come in after one of our shows.
Yes, please don't, because
do not
sometimes
do
I
that.
forget, pornography,
Yeah.
or especially if Tom Losey was here, who's going to be on next week. So next week's going to be pretty fun. We are going to have one of our new hosts.
Tom's great.
We
man.
might have 3. It'll be me and Tom, and I believe it's going to be the 2 new guys I'd like to add on. So it's going to be quite the savage little group of perverts.
I love it. I like Todd's a lot. Tom is a lot
Tom
of
is
fun.
great.
Yeah.
We just mesh so well
Yeah.
together.
Yes.
And he's so creative. He's like me. We go with the flow.
He's got to stay up later though.
He does. He's up and down because he works and he does all his eBay stuff in the morning and gets up, and then other times like he'll stay up till 2-3. So
Good God.
yeah,
Yeah. All
It
right.
turns out it depends if he's tracking around all the strip clubs. So he's quite the frequenter. So
He is quite the frequenter of every. I've been wondering about him since they closed down Craigslist and Backpage. What
he
he's
was
been
one
doing.
of them. He told me, yeah. So he said that he's been going around to the more scummier clubs looking for girls that he can bring home. And he's not a fan because at least before on the forums and reviews, he could see what girls like were better, what girls, responded right, or, updates. Or
Are you really
she didn't steal
believing all
from me.
those reviews? Are you really?
Some you probably do. I mean, I guess they'd almost brag and put stuff down. Some
Yeah.
other guy said that.
I would think like maybe other girls are giving reviews. I don't
Well,
know.
you could, but I don't know.
All right. Oh, God. Yeah.
Why would you want to? I mean, back in the day, they had this like strip club list. They pulled that down too, but it was real hostile for a while. So between the 2 clubs, they were fighting. So we just post nasty reviews and comments on each other's club to have them go back and forth.
Oh,
Just
nice.
immature and dumb. But then the girls started putting like, this girl's dirty. She gives extras and just being nasty. But what was happening is all the guys were trying to go to that girl to get dances. So she was just making more and more money. So it was just kind of
Why not, right?
counterproductive. Like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I'm post. I don't care what you say.
I hear now that a lot of guys are just sitting in the parking lot of Gates Motel and 490 Motel,
I believe it.
just waiting for.
Wait,
like,
and that makes sense because the girls will come up. That's what was happening at work the other night. We're like, you need to go. Like, you're not going to sit out here.
right.
And then they were bothering customers because they were going up to everyone.
Good God. Good God.
So hopefully that doesn't all funnel. But I'm sure there's lots of guys trying to talk to the girls. But there's a big difference in price of when you're looking for dancers at the strip club versus when you're Backpage.
Right.
They're going to want more.
All right. One other thing that we got to cover real quick. Mother's Day.
Yes,
What
Mother's
are
Day.
you giving your mother for Mother's Day? And of course, what 800 number are you going to use?
Yeah, actually, I ordered some flowers from 1-800-Flowers.com.
There we go.
And there's a code that helped me save money, and it's called Men's Room.
Yeah. The men's room.
The Men's Room.
The men's room.
So
right
that's
there.
how you get a discount for all you last minute guys. They're still delivering. You still have a chance.
Yeah, and from what I understand, you can keep doing it. You can keep ordering. You can order all the way up to Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too far. So
Which is good. Like I said, men are last minute. And don't get the
totally.
same boring flowers that you get at a gas station. Spend some more money. Don't be ghetto. It's your mother. She put up with probably a lot. If you're a listener of this show,
Oh, yeah.
I assure you, your mom put up with a lot.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, my poor mother.
can
I didn't
only
just get her
imagine.
flowers. I have to I really should give her more, but I got her Highland Lilac perfume and all these cute little cakes. And I went to Park Lee and went wild with all the things moms love.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this show, there's a good chance you might still be living with your mother.
Right, exactly. In your mother's basement.
In your mother's
And then you
basement.
just say that you're helping her out and you're a good son, but that's really not what it is. Your mom's 55.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts hard. Oh my God.
I hear it all the time.
yes,
Or
yes.
my mom. I'm like,
Yes.
she's 55, 60. You're not helping her out. You're not even cleaning for her. She's doing your laundry and cooking for you. And I'm not going to be your mom replacement.
And she's in a walker. What is wrong with you? She's got to take each piece of clothing one by one into the washer.
You're just like, you're never going to move out.
Yeah,
Ugh.
never. So yeah, order your mom.
I know. Get ready. Mother's Day, Halatua Festival, Lilac Festival starts. All the great concerts start. I know. I'm coming at the end of the month. Cathalarga on Thursdays is going to have their party on the patio.
Party on the patio.
Yeah, I'm a member of their wine club, so I'm like, ooh.
Oh, there you go. And then the Lilac Fest, I'm going to be down there Sunday at 5:30. See the Zach Brown Right,
Oh,
Zach Brown.
okay. I might go for that one.
Why don't you go with it?
Because I know Alan, and he's he does all the I had a good night Rochester.com.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a band promoter, and he does all the organizing.
Yeah, great band.
So I talked to him too about possibly getting on the show and helping us out.
There we go.
So I know everyone I should know in
You do.
Rochester, and I'm trying to link them all and make this show like spectacular, and then take over like literally everywhere.
the world.
Yeah.
We'll just take over the world.
We're gonna, shake it up, kind of.
Shake it up.
Shake it up,
baby.
shake it.
And who's coming on after us?
Yes,
Armand,
Host.
our friend Armand. In fact, I saw him and he said we need to.
We do need to connect.
Yeah, he wants to.
We
wants
need to
us
have
come
some
down.
time to go out with us.
Yes. So Armand's awesome. He's got a great show that's coming up next too.
Yep.
But if they want to see you and they want to go hang out,
You want to see me? Come check me out Friday, Saturday night. I'm gonna be at Playmates in Byron,
beautiful.
and Wednesday before the show.
Ooh, and Wednesday before
Wednesday
the
night,
show?
and then Thursday I'll be on the show with new updates. But yep. I'm excited.
And if they can't wait until then, they can check you out on Facebook, right?
Yes.
All right.
Check me out on Facebook.
All right. You ready? You out
Yes, that's it. I think we had a great time. We have a great, super awesome show next week.
Yep.
I'm excited, it's smooth and organized with my favorite perverts.
Favorite purpose.
It's going to be a good one.
All right. We're out of here. See you next week.